What's going on, guys? It's your boy PS239 River Boy, and I'm back at it again with another video. And today I'm just gonna have this one just simple and short. A couple of you guys want to know my projections and my levels for what's going on, and it is kind of scary for a lot of people because this is the first time they've been in crypto, and this is actually the best time to be in crypto inside the bear market, guys. So right now, all of the coins have been at the lowest they've been in over 2 years. So we haven't seen this price of Bitcoin since 2024, guys, which is like at the end of Donald Trump's term. So it was a lot of bullishness as he was coming into office. So we made a new all-time high at the time, which was 109,000, which is over here. And then we dropped back down to 76,000, guys. So, and then we came and made a new all-time high at 126. So people are saying that this is the end of the 4-year cycle. So let's go back, let's do months. So we don't have to scroll so far back. Each one of these are months. So you could see after 12 of these candles is a year, and then every 4 years we basically have a bull run, and then we have a bear market. So Pinex has only had Bitcoin on, Pinex has only been around since 2019, so we only have the charts up to 2019, but Bitcoin has been around since like 2010 or 11, guys. So it has a bunch of years in it, and I think its first bull run went to like 30,000 and then came all the way back down to 1,500, and then I think that's when we finally got Pinex, because now it was 1,800, and then when I first started, Bitcoin was 30,000. So I bought Bitcoin and I started a bot and I set it to 1,800, and my top was 60,000. So I was making a bunch of money because the whole time we were going up and down, up and down, up and down. And then once we came back to 30,000, I just flipped my bot to where I would only sell every 10%, so I would make even more money, guys. And then at a point in time, which is probably around here, which when I had seen the first time I've seen under 30,000 Bitcoin, I just took a loan and scooped up a lot of this Bitcoin, like a $500 loan around here, another $500 loan around here, another $500 loan around here, and then around 70,000 I took a 10K loan, and now I am literally, I think, 1 or 2 weeks away from paying it off. So now my break-even cost on my Bitcoin is roughly around 92,000, guys, because during my journey of investing, most of my investing was in the stock market, but around 2025 I decided to drop the stock market and to fully invest into Bitcoin when Bitcoin was in the 70s. So I sold a lot of my traditional portfolios to get into Bitcoin when it was in the 70,000s, and it was a good plan in risk at the time because I made I doubled my money and at the top, and I could have sold, but I didn't. I thought we were going to keep going further, and I had locked away my Bitcoin on a cold wallet, guys. So it's kind of off chain. It's not anywhere I can access it besides my cold wallet, and I have that cold wallet in the safe with the codes right next to it, so that if I ever forget the codes, I can just have something written down to where I can take the codes and withdraw my Bitcoin. But I have a plan, and in crypto you got to stick to your plans, because if you don't, that's when you tend to lose. And my plan for that Bitcoin is to hold it for 10 years, because if we only have 7 years of data or 6 years of data, but even in the few 6 years of data, you could see that it says almost 100% from where it was. But if you go up, that's thousands and thousands of percents, guys. So in the past 4 or 5 years, it has came up thousands and thousands of percents. And that's because people hold and they don't want to sell. And people only sell in fearful stages of the market when they really shouldn't be selling. They should be buying more. And right now is one of those times. I think right now we're in a time where our president or the US president is just talking too much, and it's making the market scared. And yes, I know he has like a chip on his shoulder and he thinks the world revolves around him sometimes. And that's just my own personal opinion from what I see his actions. And that scares a lot of people. And that's the main reason why we had this crash. It crashed, and then people got liquidated, and they were forced to sell at a loss, and it caused even more sell pressure and more sell pressure and more sell pressure. So now the average cost of held Bitcoin within the last 100 days had dropped drastically because everybody else is not holding Bitcoin right now. The only people who are really holding Bitcoin are the massive mega whales. So the average cost of Bitcoin was 92,000 2 weeks ago, but this week now the average cost of holders who hold Bitcoin is 40,000, guys. So that's a big shift and a big change, which means a lot of people who had bought up here already sold all their Bitcoin, and they're not even in the market anymore, guys. So now only the people, the reason why we're here is because all of the people who bought down here are holding and accumulating at 60,000. There's a big buy wall at 60,000, guys. So if you guys want to try to get in at a dip, my best suggestion for you guys is try to scoop some up at 60,000 or at 58,000, because 58,000 is the support line where you could see right here where the candles tend to bounce off of that support line and keep going up. You might see a wick of the candle drop below it, but then it comes right back up and the end of the candle stays in the 58,500 range. So that is support, 58,500, but 60,000 has a massive buy wall on it right now. You can look in the order book and you can look down. You can look down in the order book. You can't really see it on Pinex, but you can look in order books like on CoinGecko or Coinbase and look all the way down, and you'll see like a big massive wall of Bitcoin trying to be bought at 60,000. And I'm talking about like 6-7 million Bitcoin. Like you see how it says right here, there's points of Bitcoin that are being bought, a 13th of a Bitcoin being bought. You don't see whole Bitcoin numbers here because the liquidity in the market is very scarce, guys. There are only people buying dollars of Bitcoin at a time right now, not thousands of dollars like it used to be. Before, the order book would have a bunch of whole Bitcoins on the side. There's not even full Bitcoins being sold in the order books right now, guys, because the market is so sketchy, and the big whales who know about this are not selling. The only people who are selling right now are the shaky hands and the bots. So my plan to you guys is just, if you're going to invest like half of it right now, and then the other half I'd set a buy at 60,000, and if anything gets sketchy, I'd set up another buy at 50,000, because that is the next support line is at 50,000. Around 49,300 or 49,700, what was it? Around 49,300 and 50,000 or 60,000, 49,300 and 58,000 are all heavy support lines. So if you're going to put buys in, I would probably set them down there if you're scared of the market tanking even further, guys. But I don't think we're going to tank that low, because accumulation and the average cost of the Bitcoin holders the Bitcoin holders in the last 120 days, their average cost is around 45,000. So I honestly don't think it's going to drop any lower unless the people who are holding that Bitcoin decide to sell. And I think it's not the time to sell, because we literally can get a full 100% if we wait until the all-time high again, guys. But all right, guys, I'm gonna hit you guys up in the next one, and yeah, let's stack this Bitcoin together.